Okay, this is a quick review of a NVMe enclosure that is a little different than the normal ones you get for, on Amazon or whatever. You get this with no drive in it whatsoever. You put whatever drive you want in there. Now, what's different about this one is, first of all, it supports M and B key and M key, NVMe. It does not support NGFF, SATA. So, turn this down here so you can Star Trek here. Okay, so what's different about this one? You might be looking at it. What's different? See that little can? That's a supercapacitor. Supercapacitor is there so that if you accidentally disconnect the drive, that whatever your last write was, it actually makes it and does not corrupt the drive. And for Denon purposes, when, let's say this has to be formatted exFAT, it's super critical because exFAT can definitely get corrupted easily if you yank it out. So, it's not as robust as NTFS, it's not as robust as APFS, it's not as robust as everything. So, I'll show you what the deal is. You have 3 lights right here. All right, and it does multiple purposes. It will show you the state of the supercapacitor, and it also show you the disk activity. So you'll see on the end here, you see 3 little lights. Let's plug this in, and with one hand, comes with its own cable. Charging, its activity right there. Charging. It takes about a minute to get to full. Let's see if it goes to 2 bars. So you can use it immediately as soon as you plug it in, but I'll access it. You can see it blinks. So there's 2, and when it finally gets up to 3, it has the supercapacitor's totally full. Okay, we'll wait for the final light here, and then I'll show you what happens when you disconnect it. We're also going to do a speed test. Actually, let's do a speed test right now. If you use their cable that comes with it, it's pretty fast. Select, I called it DOCKCASE. Say open and start. And that's pretty reasonable speed, actually. Most of the USB-C SSDs are 500 megabits or whatever. Depends on what you put in there, but this is up at 800 megahertz, pretty fast. You can see as I'm accessing it, it blinks green, yellow, whatever color that is, as it's doing its test. I'm going to stop this test. Okay, and the capacitor is full. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to eject the drive. Okay, what happens? Blinking. It still has power, so it's not going to drain the capacitor, but assuming that you were writing something and you were to accidentally unplug it, watch. There it is, and it just finished its write cycle. So really not much to it, but except this little supercapacitor that prevents you from corrupting the whole thing, I think this is very important for use with the Denon Engine DJ product because of the fact that exFAT is definitely not good with regards to, I've had many times where didn't eject it properly, inserted into a Windows machine, and it's corrupted. Then you have to install it into a Windows machine and then run a repair. Well, that's a pain in the ass, and it locks you out of your drive in the meantime. So I'm thinking that this thing is actually going to be more robust than the actual Samsungs and all the other devices, Western Digitals or whatever. There is a Western Digital drive in there right now, actually. It's just a SSD. I would recommend contacting the manufacturer for compatibility to see, hey, have you guys tried this, any issues or whatever. They claim that this Western Digital Black NVMe doesn't work, but I seem to be having good luck with it, so I'm going to start copying stuff to it and do some tests and copy the stuff over. And you can see it's blinking. And if the power were, if it would be ripped out in the middle, at least finish its last write, and the file system would not get corrupted. So that's it. Thanks for watching.